Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Badgers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Here's the pressure. The sure hands, it's Horton. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Having to kick it away after a 3-and-out's not what they had in mind. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So Wisconsin's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that, and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Going to sling it on second down. Finds his man. It's Dupree. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find it in the passing game.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Miller with the ball. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Fires to the tight end. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to...
Going over the top. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Gonna look downfield again. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Makes the grab and knocked down, and he's got it at the 25-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking for a man, it's Simpson. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number 1, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that number if they want to keep stacking wins.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
I'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Missouri dug down deep and found a way to secure a coveted road win. And who knows how the pundits will view this one, but I'll tell you this. It sure beats trying to explain a bad loss. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Got it in the middle. It's Mason. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Edwards. Flips it out on the screen. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want...
He lobs one high down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Badger. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone.
He's on the loose. He finally goes out of bounds. Terrific return there, and he'll have his offense set up in prime position when we start the second quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The give is to Miller. Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air, it's Simpson. He's going for the big play. Grabs it inside the 10. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down, and makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. On the move. Makes one man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Running back searching for a hole. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Wisconsin has failed to finish in the top 25 for 5 consecutive seasons. Now in the second year of the Luke Fickell era, the Badgers eager to get back to their winning ways.
Man, can they get back to that physical brand, man? When Wisconsin was in the top 25, like Reese was talking about, it was physical teams that could run the football. You think about Fickell, that's what you thought about with Cincinnati. Jesse, can they get some of that back, man?
Yeah, great defense, running the ball, and just being smart. And when games are on the line, doing the small things to get those wins. It comes down to the tiniest.
Lots of running room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Badgers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Edwards. Now he's going to break the pocket. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of hands.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Badgers have a lot of options on second and inches. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Dupree. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. They go to the ground. Oh, a lot of space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He makes a grab. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the first down is? He smells it. He goes in.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. The extra point here would tie the game. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll try it over the left side. It's a seam wide open. Good solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Keep it on the ground. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. It's a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. On the move is Washington. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He wants to change this route. To throw, it's Simpson. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense, they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Hunt is on its way. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. That's caught. It's Anthony. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that said, Let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the air, it's Edwards. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of a guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket. He was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism in his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running to the left. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's got it. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that. And he'll find his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Badgers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, and ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Oh, better look out. He's loose. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this 3rd down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Play number 9 on this drive. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Fires left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Firing to the right, complete. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown time! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Line getting set on second down. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. He'll try to do it himself. At the 20, he's got space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive, now trying to put this game in a good situation.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the ball.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Gets rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Miller with the ball. Inside the 40. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Grabbed over the middle, it's Cuevas. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him.
There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. The Tide with the 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass here on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback adapting. Into the end zone, and it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Works the middle of the field. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Second down coming up. Back to pass. Grab behind the line. It's Dupree. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down, get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Just a short pass to the tight end. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. The Badgers in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on 1st down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Badgers are marching down the field. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Ballard. Finds a crease at the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now is not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
3rd down, red zone play, crowd alive. Looking to throw, it's Edwards. They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, and this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Badgers. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack. Because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass, it's Edwards. Gets it out fast. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, he missed it. No good. After the miss here in the fourth quarter, still deadlocked. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Here's the give off the left side. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last time out when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the fly motion. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's now third down.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. Well, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42, and a 52-yard attempt for the game. No good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. Play of the first possession of OT. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now they regain the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
Game on the line, and they've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
And that's why I want the ball second in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.